everyone, it's Joe here from the Bill Coors Wellness Center. I'm bringing to you Tuesday's stretch break. What you're going to need today, you don't need anything, but if you do have a band or a towel or something, we'll use it for one of the exercises. Other than that, you don't need it, it's fine. Before I get started, just want to remind everybody, these videos are for Bill Coors Wellness Center members as well as mostly Coors employees only. So, mobility stretch break, a couple of ignored stretches that I feel like most people could use, that we don't need to incorporate into our daily, not only workout routine, but just mobility and some motions that I think that we ignore, some movements. So we'll start with a around the world chest open upper. I'm just making up these words here. So shoulder width apart with the feet. Make sure y'all can see me. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna lean back and you're gonna try to open up this chest. Leaning my head back, I'm stretching the front of my neck, I'm stretching this upper chest, I'm stretching my shoulders, as well as my core. So from here, we'll start here, and what you're gonna do is you'll come down, bring it around, up top, open it back up, and you see what we're doing here? We're going around the world. Make sure at the top you're really opening up the chest, the shoulders, and the core. When you come back down, really let it hang. You can hang out down here for a sec and come back up. Now the advanced modification or other modification you can do here, I have a band here. Like I said, you can use a towel, you can use a shirt, you can use a broomstick. A broomstick's gonna be a little bit tougher to work with, but it's fine, it'll still work. So what I'm gonna do here is take this band, still about shoulder width apart, and I'll show you both angles. Same thing, so I'm taking it and I'm pulling the band backwards, and I'm pulling, so that's gonna be more of a single-sided, same concept, but you're going one side at a time and you're using that towel, band, or stick, whatever you've got, to really kind of advance the range of motion. And you can just play around in this. You wanna go about 10 to 20 of these. So you'll be doing them for 30, 45 seconds to a minute. Take your time with it. Next, we're gonna do, that's it for the equipment. We'll do a wrist mobility stretch. Definitely something that people don't do enough. A lot of people have tennis elbow and they have real bad tightness in there. What's wrong? Well, we're constantly overusing our flexors and underusing our extensors. We want to even that out with our wrists. That's going to cause elbow pain. Happens to me all the time as well. So just something you want to keep in mind. So what we're going to do here is, see this, be careful now. Don't lean all your body weight on it. But we're going to go here and we'll go both sides of the wrist. So this is going to feel a little bit weird. But this, when you reverse the grip to open up those hands, to work on those extensors, that's when you're really gonna feel it. And play with this, go all different angles. So maybe you do a couple back and forth where they're a completely 90 degree, maybe a 45 degree where you're going back and forth, but you're really gonna feel it most when the palms are facing the camera and your fingers are pointing at your body. So I'm leaning back, getting that full stretch, and then coming forward. Next, we're gonna do hip rotation. So a couple of hip openers here. You're staying on the floor, you'll do the hip rotation, and you're gonna start single-legged. So I'm just working the hip. I'm doing my best to keep this other hip and really everything else stable. So you're just moving that ball and socket. Your hip is a ball and socket joint. So you're trying to move it through the full range of motion. So I'm moving nice and slow here, kind of pause on the outside. It's still going to be dynamic because you're not statically holding, but you're moving back and forth. I have very tight hips, so this is something I need to do more of, so we'll go the other side. You want to go about maybe 20 on each side. This would be something great to do while you're sitting watching TV. You know, instead of sitting on the couch, we've been sitting all day, maybe get on the floor and move those joints and those muscles through the full range of motion. So next, after we do single leg, we'll go double leg. So you'll notice it'll be different range of motion for the hip. You're not exactly squaring the hip to where you're getting it as much internally, but you're still able to get that movement, and you'll really be able to feel that. I can feel it a lot when I'm internally rotating right there. So play around with that for at least a minute. Shake it out, do it again. That's a great one to do while you're sitting on the floor with your family and the dog watching TV. Next, we'll do a toe squat to a chest opener. So we're gonna come here, we're on the toes, and I'm gonna open up, and then I'm gonna come down, and when I come down, I'll pull those feet back, and I'll sit deep in the squat, come forward, open up, come back. So you're rounding the back, the thoracic mobility here, you're getting your hips, how deep can you get into a squat? You're also opening up this upper chest, the shoulders, and if you can't squat like that, simply come from the knees right here. So here, just do what feels right. If it feels like you're hurting your ankles when you're trying to be on the toes, don't do it. Go to the knees. Best for last, we have another dynamic hip opener here. So you'll get in that pigeon position. So with that knee at that 90-degree angle, and what you're gonna do is reach across, you'll bring the foot up, then reach across. Bring the foot up, reach across. So try to get that foot. Goal is to get it outside that knee, right here, so you'll feel the quad stretch, and then head back with it. So we'll try the other side. So you're in the pigeon position, and reach across, bring it up. Go 10 and 10, 20 and 20, whatever you're feeling. And that's the mobility stretch break for the day. Get out, get moving. Check out Jessica's low body burn class coming. And remember, stop by. We have live power hour on Wednesdays. We have a live crank and burn on Mondays, both that start at 11:30. Leave a comment if you want to know anything more about that. Cheers. Have a great day, y'all.